Toyota is the biggest car company in the world. But when it comes to EVs, the company has a unique way of looking at things. While other car companies sprint towards the electric car finish line, Toyota takes it slow, like they're in no rush. Instead of jumping onto the electric car bandwagon, they're still making regular cars, hybrids that use gas and electricity, and cars that run on hydrogen. You might wonder, why isn't Toyota joining the electric car party? And it's not just you. Many critics and fans are beginning to ask why Toyota is not fast enough to join the electric car movement. Toyota may be conservative in their approach to product innovation, but they're also incredibly smart, and they may have some great reasons for playing it safe. What does this mean for you and me in the future of motoring? Stay tuned to uncover the secrets of why Toyota is so careful in their approach to automotive electrification. Toyota has always been vocal about their stance on EV production. When current CEO Koji Sato took over in April 2023, many people thought he'd change the long-standing policy and begin to make lots of electric cars. However, it turns out that he's following in the steps of the previous boss, Akio Toyoda. Toyoda-san was famously quoted as saying, "Just like the fully autonomous cars that we're all supposed to be driving by now, EVs are just going to take longer to become mainstream than the media would like us to believe." It's clear that Toyota understands the automotive market and what consumers want, and they're more interested in serving the market than bending to the constantly changing winds of cultural sentiment. They've been making cars for over 85 years. A company that's been making cars for that long surely knows that people like having choices. Just like choosing different flavors of ice cream, Toyota understands that it's essential for people to be able to pick different types of cars. Some people might like cars that run on gas, while others might want electric cars. And they're heavily focused on hybrids, which are still the best choice for many buyers. Toyota wants to make sure everyone can find a car they like. And to be honest, we're all benefiting from that strategy. Now here's an interesting twist to the story. Most people thought Toyota's new boss, Sato, would change plans when he took over, because the company had come under attack for not caring about the environment. The accusations continue because he's remaining conservative on the company's EV strategy. One thing you should know is that just a few years ago, Toyota was an industry pioneer in making cars that are better for the environment. The Prius was the first mass-market gas-electric hybrid. People loved it because it saved money on gas and made less pollution. Toyota sold about 20 million total hybrids worldwide. You'd expect that a company that innovates like that understands exactly what it means to care for the environment, and they do. Toyota understands that many people are excited about electric cars because they have loads of interesting technology and don't create pollution like regular cars. But Toyota's thinking, hold on a second. What if something out there is even cleaner than electric cars? For Toyota, that thing is hydrogen. They believe it can be a super clean, very inexpensive fuel. But it comes with a catch. We must make a whole lot of infrastructure changes before hydrogen cars become a viable alternative. Still, Toyota's approach seems to be invested in figuring out how to advance hydrogen car technology before going all in on EVs. Here's another valid reason for Toyota's slow acceptance of EVs. While EVs don't burn gas or diesel, so they don't emit harmful carbon emissions, producing batteries for EVs requires a lot of really environmentally damaging steps. For example, an electric vehicle requires 6 times the mineral input of a gasoline-powered vehicle. And while 90% of gas vehicle batteries are recycled, less than 5% of EV batteries get recycled. It's ironic that EVs are supposed to protect the environment when their production and life cycle still threaten environmental damage. Toyota wants to find a better way to make these cars before they start making more of them. Here's an interesting thing to know. Some experts in cars think that even in about 10 years, well over half of the cars people buy will still run on regular fuel. That's because not all places are ready for electric cars yet. In some countries like Nigeria and Indonesia, people might not use electric cars so much. And even in well-developed countries around the world, many experts say that the current power grid would not be able to handle mass adoption of EVs. Some densely populated states in the US are already asking people not to charge EVs, because it puts too much strain on a struggling power grid. So Toyota's saying, hold on, let's wait until more places have chargers and improve these batteries. Let's not rush into making a lot of electric cars until we can fix these problems. That way everyone can use these cars without worrying about running out of power. Toyota are the world's biggest car makers, and if we're keeping it real, it's not quite easy to suddenly switch to a new model. Toyota's carved out a niche for itself over the years. The company's become known for making really good hybrid cars that people want, so they want to keep making those because they're good at it. When you're a company that's been making cars for so long and you've become really good at it, you become really careful when it comes to making decisions that could potentially alter your brand forever. Toyota wants to make sure they're making the right choices for the future. They're thinking about all these things and making sure they're doing what's best for people and the planet. And that's why they're not jumping into making electric cars right away. But you know what? They're still investing a lot of money in new battery technologies and EV innovations. So it's clear that Toyota actually believes that electric cars are a part of the future. For a long time, Toyota's leaders said that electric cars had some problems. They said the batteries took too long to charge and they were heavy and expensive. Also, these cars couldn't go very far in a single charge. But you know what? These problems are getting better now. The batteries are improving and people are buying electric cars more than before. Toyota's actually planning to spend a big amount of money, $35 billion, to make more electric cars. They want to have 30 new models by the year 2030. That's a lot of new EVs. But guess what? They're also going to spend the same amount of money on hybrid and hydrogen fuel cell cars. We think that a diverse product portfolio is going to serve them well for the next few decades. So Toyota's thinking about all these things before going all in on electric cars. They want to make sure they're making the right choices. When you're playing a game, you want to make the best move. Toyota's been making cars for a really long time, and they want to keep doing it in a smart way. That's why they're not rushing into electric cars, even though they believe in them. After all, if they weren't this smart, they probably wouldn't be the biggest car maker on the planet. What's preventing you from buying an EV? Is it cost? Maybe range anxiety? Let us know in the comments. Also, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel so we can continue to bring you stories like this.